despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
We have arrived.
We shall await you here, Master.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. Twill be a long night. Longer still.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour would be right.
in here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
Got to find myself a patron with it.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well.
Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true Arisen, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Pray, follow me. Would seem we've a need to visit the palace.
It seems we must part.
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
make you my comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. This room turned up little of interest. But I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
I've got to focus.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
Won't someone do aught about this?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Follow me, if you would.
Where are you off to?
'Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? As it breathed its last.
Don't let them get the better of you. A night-bound forest is fearsome indeed. Here we go again. We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Shall we set it rolling?
I will protect you. I would never have imagined that a monster could be put to use like this. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master.
Not what I expected. Repair.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. I did my best to match your skill, Master.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. We've little need for a campsite at present.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
Have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
What a glorious success!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
You there. Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
This is the inn. We've room, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again.
Yon path leads not to our destination.
This is the inn. We've room, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again.
Your healing magics will play a pivotal role in the battles to come, Master.
None shall harm the Arisen so long as I draw breath.
Hail! How'd he know to Why not ask him yourself?
What's this all about?
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now, still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much. As you like, sir.
This is the inn, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Glad to be of service, sir. I can imagine no one better to lead the vanguard than you, Master.
A vocation well chosen, Arisen.
Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Too much excitement is... This is the inn. We've room to spare if you... Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir. Happiness is a full schedule.
Quiet, but I like it.
Happiness is a full schedule.
This place cheers me right up.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated.
We must rest, though the sun is...
Peruse at your leisure.
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite much obliged.
Over here, if you would.
Oh, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill would prove its worth in due course.
So
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... I bear word from Regent Sven, your majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allot. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allot wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allot to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Will someone do aught about this?
Tis our duty to see this beast.
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chamber.
What business could be so pressing?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me now. If Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. 'Tis 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 '
just nodded off for a moment.
Even the best of us has a head.
Lost track of time.
What should I get up to today?
Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet at the moment.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Look, I'm in no hurry to leave. Tomorrow, it's just life.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. Pray, follow me.
Will someone do aught about this?
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Very well. I shall return.
All my days were so tranquil.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I shan't brook any... I'm afraid I'm not... promising. You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am.
Tis good to be reunited.
I'd sooner stay out of that were it possible.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace. A lonely place, but not without its charms.
do today?
About this?
Let's check my ledger.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Someone do aught about this?
Working on this field's all I know.
Welcome. What's to do?
It's gonna be
Have
in the
precious little time. Lots to do, and precious little time.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. Now we've the Vim, we must rest, though the sun is still up. Shall we get some rest then?
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by
Quite the predicament.
We shall remain here.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a Still, if you at 3 days, I shall wait patiently.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Ne'er put gold in my pocket.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds? Ah, but of course. Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my
push, and I'll be done for the day. 'Tis our duty to see this peace.
What should I get up to today?
I must earn.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice, indeed.
Follow me, if you would. We have arrived.
Allah, long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance,
I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his painting. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor. Excellent. I will send word to him. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make...
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate, and slip in once we've seen him leave. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. I suspect this will suffice as proof.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brandt would know of him. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. Well, did you find what you... Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one. Is that I can't bring myself to... Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in, and never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Do not waste Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served... and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the Myrmecolion on the morrow. Till then, be well.
What's happening? You have my protection!
have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
We're here, Master. We shall await you here, Master.
All I need by health,
I could use a bit of excitement in my life. I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Indeed, you are correct.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
Good to see everyone in such
Look, as long as you leave us. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. I fear I
Welcome.
Gotta make room for my next ship.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
Welcome to the Star Dropit. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Come back any time. Welcome to the Star... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Come back any time.
As a reward for your majesty, you will of course require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that there is much we ought to tend to. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an Come, what manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Right you are.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost. You know where to find. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospital. Much obliged.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Might as well take a look while you're here. How might I be of service? Many thanks.
Let me get that. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I...
Since times... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell. Since times... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye... Then I bid ye farewell.
Perhaps you might provide good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right? It's on the road? Despite the hour?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Look as long as you please.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Visit the tavern tonight, if you've aught to discuss.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time. Welcome to the Stard. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend to. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. With such hindrances in mind, few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done...
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. You know where to find.
Welcome. If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for Batal. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course,
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Cyclops, Master! Keep to lightning strike!
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
What must needs be done? Go on, have a look.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. Last. 'Twas a remarkable
Pleasure doing business.
Say, you wouldn't have to have stolen from me. What? There's no exaggeration, to be quite truthful. Working under a man's... Unless...
Sirs, a full Veneverad each seek the Jadeite orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
I shall stand by you, Master, whatever you decide.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something. On the transference of... Tis not like to do much harm on its own. Take care how you use it, sir. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Many thanks to you.
The Jadeite orb is safely in hand.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy some. The item you requested is... Many thanks to you.
You might say that the purpose of a forgery is limited only by one's own imagination.
My heart shies from the thought of using it for deception. But that decision is not mine to make.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived. I don't mean to pry.
Morris!
What?
I've just heard news.
Oh, my poor
Morris.
Do you truly? The soldiers won't do concern it all. He's...
Yeah.
An ox cart ought to make...
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the Jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much. Right, I'd best get going.
I hope Sir Afulv shall lead a life free of cares now that we have released him from his shackles.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
But not at the expense of my duty.
I'll teach him a lesson.
Come out, my people.
Any beast would go ferocious when backed into a corner.
Master, are you unharmed? Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
I supposed to do about it?
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remark. Remarkable recovery, really.
Many thanks.
Suppose I'm tired.
Fancy a look at my wares?
What was it I had to do?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Suppose I'm tired.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Barely slept a wink.
At least I have my life.
For someone else.
That's something.
Slim pickings of late. In my touch.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Well met, son. Dubious character.
The sack. Not good will come of this.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable recovery. Really, the man was
Pleasure doing business.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
This place is too comfortable.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Someone talked about this.
Bunch of sluggards.
"'Tis here that the bodies of those... I beg you to conduct yourself with care, and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. I have placed a mark upon the body you seek.
As a matter of fact,
I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation.
we must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
You've my gratitude, Sam.
Unless I am mistaken, all we require is already in our possession.
Interested in my wares? This is quite a quandary.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. Before we discuss your reward, however, there is one final matter to which... You see, in my line of work, trust is paramount. And so we shall go to verify the orb's authenticity. Come, I trust old...
Follow my lead.
What to make of this?
Good day, Ibrahim. Would you be so kind as to examine this Jadeite orb? Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs.
What is it? The appraisal's not. What's this for, then? That shan't get you anywhere, I'm afraid. Sir Everard's paid me quite a sum to handle this appraisal, I don't mind telling you. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Gold's all well and good, but I shan't risk my business for a full pocket. I've my future to think of. Heavens fend! That's more than I can refuse. Very well, I'll do as you bid, but I shan't be making a habit of this.
He ought to be finished by now. Come. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This Jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved to hear of its return. You have certainly earned your reward. I trust you will find it satisfactory, and I do hope you will permit me to call upon you again, should aught arise.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates! So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Still not come.
What's more, I've been at this for quite some time and have much to share. If you've need of any advice, just say the word.
My thanks, truly. I hope only to be of assistance.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, this is good. I am relieved now. 'Twould be advantageous. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Any further harm to come to you.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
That is a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall!
No! The Arisen has been poisoned!
This should be of use. yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I should guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Words worth hearing. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Once we've grown tired from our labours. And I take the rest. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! have my protection.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
True enough. Mayhap the force of this torrent could be employed for our own ends.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Fire will prove effective against this foe. Poison ought to be killed before
Your prowess.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
Well said.
My aim is true.
My patience wears thin.
Would you mind coming over here? I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I can't even think straight.
I will protect you. Well done, Master!
That gave me a fright. Welcome, sir. Doubly so. You're here to buy. Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeeper understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us.
I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
A ballista is a ranged weapon.
When better to use this but in the midst of battle.
Turn out your buckets! I'm taking the lot! Halt, I say! Stop running! Oi!
You are.
I shan't allow any further harm to come.
You must remain here, else all will be lost.
Are we to remain here? Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance.
To arms!
Understood. You have my protection! Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true. Skillful bit of thief. You do your vocation proud. I shall remain by your side.
When does my watch end?
What business does that make you? Be at ease. Come.
Oh, here we are.
A fine place.
The people of Batal view pawns with great Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by many are unhappy. I know not what I would be glad to. It is a bargain more than fair. Glad I am to hear it. Simply show it to one of the... They are harsh in their persecution. A simple plan, I know.
All knowledge of this. However, you would do well to for as a researcher.
It seems that we must seek out this Ambrosius if we are to learn more of the gods. Certainly, Master.